I'm 31. Originally, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. 5 years later, I was then diagnosed with brain cancer that spread down to my spine. It's comes out to 50 something dollars. Oh, and this other medication comes out to 20 something dollars. Oh, and then this little cream that we gave you came out to $15. And I was like, I don't even have $5 to my name. Can you give me a voucher or something? And they said, no, I guess you either need to get readmitted or you need to find a way to pay because we can't give it to you. So once I get home and I am hit with the reality of I've used all of my grant money for medications and stuff, or like staying in the hotels or whatever need be to travel, to eat food in between, all these things. Usually after I've used all that money, I don't really have anything for my house, for my daughter, for things like that. So I find us most of the time not having enough food, or I'm constantly in the state of being evicted or things like that because what can you do? They sometimes don't want you to go back to work, so they'll put a paper saying you can't go to work, or I don't have any booster shots or anything in my body, and some jobs require to have at least just, a couple shots. So that is where you get hit financially. You can't survive. And even when you get food stamps or SSI, it's not enough to cover even my rent, let alone utilities and then a phone. Once you get to the pharmacy, they all ask you the same thing. Do you have any questions about this medication? But they never say, hey, we see that you're having a hard time paying for this medication. Here are some options. And when you do ask, sometimes they just go, oh, I don't know. Do you have a social worker here? And I feel like they should know. And if they do know, they should take the time the way that they have a special pharmacist to come out and explain all the medication. Well, that same pharmacist should also be able to give you your options of what you can do to pay for that medication. I usually like to use the pharmacies directly in the hospital. You always think it's easier going from an appointment straight to your pharmacist in the same hospital. And they don't give you any information, which is kind of odd now that I'm saying it out loud and realizing that. At the end of the day, it's just my daughter and I here. And I'm alone. And, like I said, we struggle to even have food sometimes. In the beginning, they gave me a couple Wegmans $25 gift cards or like a voucher to the cafeteria in the hospital. But it doesn't really do anything. And then they say, sorry, Margarita, that's all we can do for you. We'll let you know if there's any grants open in the future. And that's it. I thought that the most that they were doing was all that they could do, like the little $25 gift card that they gave me. I thought that's what they said, that all they had left in their budget or whatever to give to me. So that's interesting, yeah.